Welcome to Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. We're going to practice on our knees today. So if you have knee issues, you might want to just click on a different video, or you can use some props to make your experience a little bit more comfortable. So I'm sitting now in Hero's Pose. There are lots of different variations to Hero's Pose. I'll just turn to the side so you can see I'm just basically sitting on my feet, on my heels here. My thighs and calves are parallel to one another. Feet are parallel to one another. If you're super duper flexible, you can take the knees out just a little bit wider. And if you can bring the sit bones all the way to the earth in between the legs here. I can do it. It's not super duper comfortable for my knees, but if you want to be really comfortable, you can take a block and sit right on the block here, coming up a little bit higher, or, whoops, you could even take 2 blocks, and either position, either lengthwise or as, sideways in between the feet like this, or lengthwise like that. Either way will work. I like lengthwise like this so I can draw my feet a little closer, but as you can see, I'm sitting up nice and high and I'm not having any kind of issues down here with my knees. So we'll just go ahead and start there, and I'm just gonna reconfigure myself so that I can be facing you. And just find a comfortable seat here. As always, we want to make a nice long spine here. We want to lift the crown of the head to the sky, tuck the chin in, draw the shoulders back and down towards the back pockets. And let's just take a moment to notice the breath. Focusing on the here and now can help us to relieve anxiety, let go of any kind of agitation you might have, just coming right here into the present moment. So let's just focus on the breath and the way that it feels as it enters the nose, and the way that it feels as it leaves. Do that 2 more times. And again, just nice big inhale, drawing air all the way down into the lungs, letting the organs expand the belly. And exhale, just to drop the breath and let it go. And let's do a little connected breath today. So as I've said before, there are all different kinds of breathing, and different sorts of breath can bring you to different levels of relaxation or invigoration. Connected breathing, you can do either depending on how slow or how fast you do it, but it's basically in and out, in and out, in and out, 4 breaths. And then on the 5th breath, it's a long inhale and a long exhale. And we do that 4 times. So it looks like this. That's 1 round. So get comfortable, draw that spine up. So let's take an inhale to prepare, and I'll count it off for you on 1 hand. So inhale, and then in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Long breath in, long breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long breath in, long breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long breath in, long breath out. Last time here. And then 1 more big inhale, and open the mouth and let it go. Take a moment here to notice how you feel. Notice how you can kind of feel a little energy flowing. Again, you can do that very slow if you want to drop down the energy level and tap more into the parasympathetic nervous system, or you can really ramp it up, like if you're getting ready to go on a jog or pick up a heavy box or whatever it might be. So from our hero's pose, wherever you are, whether you're sitting on blocks or whatever, we're going to come up to a high kneeling. And if this is hard on your knees, and as you can see, I've got 2 mats stacked up here, so I'm pretty well cushioned, but you could also take a rolled up towel or a blanket or anything like that to cushion the knees. And we're just going to draw the hands to the hips, and we're just going to kind of open up the heart a little bit. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see a little bit better. The crown of my head is drawn up towards the sky, chin is tucked, heart's lifted, shoulder blades are down the back, and I'm kind of drawing my elbows in toward one another. Hands are on the hips. Tailbone is long. By that I mean the tailbone is drawing down towards the earth, so we're not pushing the butt back here, but we're really pointing the hip bones forward and up. So we've got our foundation here. Let's go ahead and take both palms to the small of the back, fingers pointing down. The heels of the hand are basically right about where a belt would be. We're drawing the elbows toward one another and down, and lifting the heart, tucking the chin. Let's inhale and look up, finding a gentle back bend in the top of the spine, and then exhale to come back to center. And that might be all that you want here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back to center. Or maybe you might want to take the hands down to the backs of the thighs here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back to center. Or perhaps you might curl the toes under, or even take your blocks, if you have them, alongside the feet in any height. They could be low, medium, or high. Curls can be toed under, or the tops of the feet can be on the earth if you're using the blocks here. We'll come back to our base pose here, this beginning pose with the fingertips pointed down the back. We'll inhale to look up, and then reach back to the blocks with the fingertips and really find an opening in that heart space. Breathing here. When you're ready to come out, take one hand to the small back and then the other, coming back to center. Maybe let the arms come down to the side, shake it out a little bit. Maybe shake from side to side. If you want to come all the way to the pose, the hands can come to the heels with the feet either flat on the mat or with the toes curled under. So hands at hips, finding your foundation here, drawing the chin toward the chest, drawing the crown towards the sky, heart's lifted, tailbones long. We'll bring the palms to the small of the back and really open up through the chest. And to make our way down, we'll take one hand and then the other to the back of the thigh, and then one hand and then the other to the heel. We're lifting up through the heart. The head can come back gently. And we're really opening up here. Breathing. And when you're ready to come out, take one hand to the small of the back and then the other, and come back to the beginning. You can come into all fours here and tap those feet out a little bit. Just maybe get some ankle rolls in real quick, whatever feels good to you. And then we'll come back to high kneeling, hands at hips, and we're going to draw the left leg out to the side. And we're really going to press into the outside edge of the left foot here. So the leg is long, the knee is slightly bent, no hyperextension here. You might find that having a chair or something close by for balance might be helpful. But at this point, the hands are at the hips. We're inhaling the spine long, chin tucked, heart lifted. And let's just draw the left hand down the left thigh. You might stay here. This might be just enough. Or you can inhale and draw the right fingertips up towards the sky, finding length from the right knee all the way up to the right fingertips. And you could stay here, or you could inhale and draw the right fingertips over towards the left side. Really not putting any pressure on this left knee though. Just very gently resting this left hand on the left thigh. Finding spaciousness in the ribs on the right. Really opening up here. And then let's inhale and bring arms out to the sides, palms facing down. And then let's go ahead and plant the right hand on the earth and draw the left fingertips up towards the sky, stacking the shoulders here. And then maybe you might want to bring the left fingertips over towards the right and find a little movement in that left shoulder. Drawing the fingertips around and around, up and forward and down and back. And when you reach back up towards the sky, reverse those circles, drawing the fingertips away and down and up through the front, around and around. Finding some opening here. And the next time you draw the fingertips up, allow that momentum to have you come back to center and then release everything down to the earth. And go ahead and take your hero's pose here. Maybe shrug the shoulders up and down, roll them forward and then up and back and down, really finding spaciousness here. And then we always do have to even things out, so let's come back to high kneeling and send the right leg out long. So now we're pressing into the outside edge of the right foot, hands around the hips here. Take that right palm down the right thigh. Just finding some opening here. Finding extension from the outside of the right foot all the way up to the hip. Maybe inhale those left fingertips up towards the sky, finding extension from the knee to the fingers. Inhale here, and if it feels good, exhale to take that little side bend, drawing the left fingertips over the right leg. And as you inhale, think about making space in between the ribs on the left side body. Inhale one more time and then exhale to release. And let's plant the left palm down to the earth and draw the right fingertips up towards the sky, stacking the shoulders, maybe looking up towards that right palm. And then if you want that little shoulder opening, you can take the right fingertips forward and then down and then back and up, around and around. These circles can be nice and big and generous or very, very small depending on what your shoulder is into today. And the next time you draw the fingertips to the sky, reverse the circles. Opening up through the shoulder, maybe following the fingers with your gaze to get a little bit of movement in the neck. And the next time you draw the fingertips up, let the momentum help you come back to center and then release down to your hero's pose. Let's take another couple of breaths here just to realign ourselves. Hands on the thighs. Maybe close your eyes. Let the activities on the mat kind of permeate your body. Feel the opening that we just created for ourselves. And let's go ahead and inhale the arms up and overhead. Draw the palms together and down to the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really appreciate your valuable time. And I do recognize the light and love that is in you with the light and love that is within me. Namaste.